Here with Rick.
Did you test your leg enough today, do you think?
I think so. Yeah, I went, first to home. Felt pretty good. I was out by a lot, but, I didn't feel any pain. So as long as I don't feel any pain, I'm ready. I'm good to go.
Stay with Rick.
Yeah.
Would you talk about the unusual defensive plays you had to be involved in today, the one with Pauline and the one where you were going to flip to second for the fourth and didn't happen, and then to come back after that and then be a big factor in the ninth?
Yeah, some weird plays. Something you don't really – obviously you expect anything to happen, defensively, but just, put in kind of some tough situations. That first error I made, that was really the only play I had. Donaldson off the bat, he was going down the line pretty good and, caught the ball in front of second base. So I just tried to flip it and, couldn't get a good hand on it. But Paulie's to try to pick it, kind of hopped up a little more than I thought. And, I think one of those, probably, Paulie's one I might body it more instead of trying to pick it next time.
Kolten, just to be back out there and be a part of this win, how fun was that? How good did it all feel?
Oh, that was awesome. It made all the waiting worth it. It was one of those where I wanted to come back for that Cubs series. And, luckily I was able to talk with a lot of the trainers, coaches, and, they kind of told me, we're not going to use you in this series. We want you ready for, if the wild card was coming up or whatever. So, luckily that I held out and hamstring feels really good now.
Do you feel like it's something that could get better as time goes on continuously?
I think so. I've already taken huge steps in, how it feels and being able to, extend my strides a little more. So I know that's getting better, and, I'm taking the precautions by, doing the after game, rehab and whatnot, and pregame, just making sure everything's ready to go.
In the back.
On that long single by Acuna, how huge is it to have Dexter be able to get the ball back in as quickly as he did to set up that line drive double play?
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. That's one of the things when, run the ball out, you kind of leave yourself in a situation to, not really score runs. And, in any other situation, he's sitting on second, so for him to be on first was huge for us. It allowed us to, really keep the guys, in a good position. And, luckily that line drive was right there and we turned double play.
Now, after your double, you're ahead 7-3, and it looks as if you put the game away. What happened in the last inning? How exciting was that?
Oh, man, that's playoff baseball. You never expect anything to happen the way you plan. Things are going to come up, and, that was one, man. These guys put some really good at-bats on Carlos, some good swings, and, we were just lucky we were able to get away with the win.
Kolten, can you talk about the ninth inning a little bit and the atmosphere in the dugout and kind of what it meant to come in here and get the first one on the road?
Yeah, that was huge. Coming here and get the first one in this, this park is always big. These fans show up pretty good. They're always loud. But the ninth inning, man, we tried to, our thing was to keep the line moving, keep everybody going. Regardless of what the situation was, we wanted to just put good at-bats together and try to stay in the middle. And, we had some clutch at-bats by Ozuna and all those guys, which gave us that win.
Do you think that Melanson might have been tiring a little bit by the time he got to you in the ninth after all what he had to go through before that?
Yeah, I think so. He's one of the most dominant pitchers that I've faced my whole career. My numbers aren't great against him, so I was trying to look for something away. And if he was going to throw a curveball, something that popped up, and I saw that curveball pop, and I just wanted to try and get the barrel to the ball and see what I could do. Luckily, I snuck it on, the first base line, and that's what we needed.